If you want to do this challenge along with me, awesome. Let's do it. I believe you can do this. It's not that hard. It's nothing crazy. I believe anybody could do this challenge. So if you want to do the challenge, leave a comment below. It doesn't matter what day you start. Whatever day you start is day 1. And I just want to hear if you plan on doing it and if you noticed any results in just 7 days. Because let me tell you, 7 days, you don't think it's a lot, it can make a difference. It really can make a difference. There were times when I was doing like 100 squats a day for 7 days. Every time, felt it in my legs within like 3 days. You start to just feel so much more toned. 7 days can make a difference. So let's see what these next 7 days can bring us. Hey y'all, what's going on? It's Athena Amoeba, and today we are talking about the next step in our weight loss journey. Okay, so first things first, y'all already know, because I've said it 100 times, I was doing a 60-day fitness challenge. It was crazy. It was too much for me. I quit. And I still continued to eat well. I did have a vacation. I ate a lot of junk foods. But guess what? Today is Thursday, March 7th. I got on the scale after an extended vacation and several cheat meals. I mean, I did rein it in, you know? So it's not like, oh, I just ate all this junk food and the scale still looks great. No, I mean, even though I was having cheat meals, I was being moderate about it, you know. That being said, I did weigh in this morning at 194. It's the first time I've seen that number in 2 years. Y'all, this is too good to be true. But it's true. But it's true! So I'm excited to be back here again, excited to see that I'm still making progress in the right direction, even though I'm not on the 60-day challenge. So I think am proving that I didn't just get off of it and then totally give up. Like, I'm still working towards the same goal, just in my own way. That being said, I do still have to do the final assessment, the final weigh-in, and the final scan. The final assessment is going to be this Sunday, so I'm nervous because I'm going to have to run a mile and I'm going to have to like see, you know, how many push-ups I can do, how many sit-ups I can do, and it's going to be literally like none. So I know that part of the assessment isn't going to be much better than when I started. In a week from tomorrow, I'm gonna do my final scan. You literally get on this platform and they literally scan your body with a laser, and like you spin around and they tell you like what your, you know, just how much you weigh, what your body fat percentage is. They tell you all these things, the circumference of literally everything, your neck, your thighs, your calves. It's rather horrifying, or it was the first time I did it. So I'm gonna do that again next Friday. So I thought, why not do a little 7-day challenge my way to see, you know, just how much can I bring that scale down, how much muscle can I build in those 7 days before I have to do the scan. So that's what I'm about to do. Not because I hate myself, not because I think that I need another challenge, but the thing is, this is gonna be a challenge done my way, so I think I'll have a much easier time sticking to it. I did work out 6 days in a row, various weeks, previous to the challenge, and the first 2 weeks I killed the challenge. So I know I can do this for a week. I've had a nice rest and recovery, and I believe I can do this. So what's gonna be the challenge for the next 7 days? I'm so happy that you asked. This is what it's gonna be. Okay, when it comes to food, number 1, I think tracking your calories is of the utmost importance. It's literally just the science behind everything surrounding weight loss. So track your calories. If you don't know how to do that, get an account on MyFitnessPal, put in your measurements, and that will tell you, you know, like what your baseline is for how many calories you need to consume. Once you have that figured out, then you can determine how many calories you want to eat in order to, you know, lose weight or build muscle or any of that. The other nice thing is if you exercise, you can have more calories. So, you know, if you're working out like crazy and you're trying to build muscle, you're gonna need to eat a lot of calories. It's not just gonna be like, you know, eat 1,200 calories or something like that. That's around what I've been eating lately, but it's because I haven't been working out for the last 2 weeks. But it's also why I've lost weight, even when I had cheat meals, because on average, the average day now, I'm eating 1,200 calories, or sometimes even like 1,100. But that's because I know I'm not working out. I live a pretty much sedimentary lifestyle when I don't work out, so or sedentary, not sedentary lifestyle when I don't work out. So that's why I consume such low calories, because I know I can, because I'm not doing anything. So just be mindful of that. It's bad to under consume calories, especially if you're working out. That's also very bad for you and your body. So get MyFitnessPal. Step number 1, figure out your caloric intake. It'll all be in the app to help you figure that out. And then once you figure that out, know what your target calorie range is going to be for the next couple days. So that's the first part of the challenge, tracking your calories, make sure you're staying within your calorie range. The second part of this challenge is going to be the food that is consumed for the next 7 days. For this, there's just going to be a couple of things. No sugar. No added sugar whatsoever. I mean, you can have sugar in the sense of like if you eat a strawberry or if you eat like a plum or a banana, you can have natural occurring sugars, but absolutely no added sugars. If you're gonna add sugar, add Truvia, which is just sugar from a leaf. It's plant-based. It's supposedly better for you. It does taste a little funky. It has its own flavor, but it's way healthier. So no sugar, but if you need sugar, Truvia. That's gonna be your friend. The other part of the challenge is no dairy. I think that this makes a huge difference. Dairy is very high in calories, and it's just generally not good for humans. Like, it causes a lot of inflammation and all sorts of other things, so no dairy is going to be part of the challenge. Since the last challenge I started, which was 55 days ago now, I really haven't had much dairy. I haven't had really any cheese, no cheese intentionally. I have had like bites of cheese unintentionally, but no intentional cheese consumption, which is huge for me. Oh my god, 55 days with no cheese? That's the next part of this challenge, is no dairy. No dairy for 7 days. I believe in you. You can do it. And honestly, like, even the difference in calories, like even if you go to Starbucks and you get a latte, the difference in calories between a almond milk latte and a normal milk latte is actually pretty significant. So you might find that this could be helpful to not have dairy. No dairy, y'all. Finally, I don't want to say that this is a low carb diet, because there's actually nothing wrong with carbs as long as they're coming from vegetables and whole grains. But I do want to have a basically no or low processed carbs. So I'm talking like no bread, no pizza, no donuts, like stuff like that. No processed carbs unless it's in a protein bar or something that's protein based, and it has to have a very small amount of carbs. So again, it's not about the carbs itself, it's just about where you're getting your carbs from. Some of those protein bars have like 30 grams of carbs in just one bar. The one that you all see me eating every morning on my Instagram is only 8. So for a protein bar, it's very low in carbs, which is another reason why I like that. Now again, carbs aren't the enemy. It's just the processed carbs, the breads, the cereals, the junk food, the chips, nothing like that. And as a matter of fact, going into that, the other part of the challenge is no processed foods outside of protein bars and stuff like that. Why am I obsessed with protein bars? I'm sure those aren't good for you if you're just eating that all day, every day, but it's nice. It's a nice quick thing. I eat them regularly every day. I'm still losing weight, but again, I'm eating the low carb ones. I'll share what exactly those are in the description below. I'll post a picture here. That's the protein bar I eat every day, very low in carbs. So there you have that. So here we go so far with the challenge. What do we got? Tracking your calories and staying within your calorie range. No sugar, no dairy, low processed carbs, and no processed foods outside of, you know, your protein stuff, your protein shakes, your protein bars. Outside of that, no processed foods, y'all. No processed foods for 7 days. I believe in you. I believe you can do this. Now, when I say no processed foods, because that also can be, you know, what's processed, what's not. Essentially no fast food, pretty much no eating out. If you are, be wise. You know what's healthy, you know what's not. No chips, no desserty like things, no cereals, pretty much anything that comes in a box. Now what you can have is anything that's frozen but is a whole food, like frozen chicken, or I've been eating these like chicken fajitas that come from Walmart, and technically they're processed, but we'll let stuff like that slide, okay? as long as it's not like sandwich meat. Sandwich meat is a no-go. That's way too processed. Just use your best judgment in terms of like what is healthy and what is not, and most processed foods are not. So we're saying no processed foods for the most part, unless it's like a protein bar, protein shake, or some sort of like frozen meat or prepackaged meat that's not a sandwich meat or overly processed. All right, so that's what it's gonna be. The last thing is do something active every single day. So it's not any sort of specific exercise regimen, it's just do something active. That is the challenge for the next 7 days. Now, active, that could be anything. That could be going for a walk, it could be going to the gym, doing an at-home workout, yoga, riding your bike, dancing. Literally, there's so many options when it comes to doing something active. What I will say is, push yourself as much as you can, not to the point where you're stressing yourself out or feeling like overworked or overdone, unless that makes you feel good in the moment. But just do what you enjoy. And I'll say do at least 30 minutes. If 30 minutes is a lot for you, do at least 15 every day. Even 10. Let's see what you can get with 10 if 15 is too much, just depending on the day. But just do something active every single day for 7 days, and let's see where that takes you. So I'm going to put the outline of the challenge in the description. Maybe I'll make a PDF. Let me know in the comments below if you're planning on doing it, and then if you do it, let me know if you had any results, if you felt any difference in just those 7 days. How did you feel? What did you think? Alright, so that's gonna be my next step in my weight loss. We'll see how my assessment goes, we'll see how my scan goes next week, but I have these 7 days to continue to make progress. And then of course after that, I will keep going. I will keep going. Until next time, y'all, much love.